Welcome back. Today we got a Maglite ML50L 2-cell C-cell. So today we're gonna answer the question if Maglite is still relevant in today's world where we got some pretty cool torches. Spoiler, I think it's still, there's still space for these. So quick rundown, this is the quick adjust. You can do it with one hand. That's all it takes to go from the floodiest to the spottiest. You could see there's a little bit of a gap. That is because I have installed a glass lens with the AR coating. That way, we give a little hand of getting as much light out the front as possible without having that glare back into the reflector and stuff. So that's what the AR coating is there for, just to let the light go all the way out the front. So it has that. This is also 18650 powered. Instead of running the 2 C-cells, I got this inexpensive adapter off eBay. I think it was like $8. So you put one 18650 in there, and it works just fine. I have a ton of these Sofern and Jet Beam rewraps that I get with the when you order, a flashlight, and that's what I like to use here because they're protected. I never really let it drain. I don't think I've had any lithium ions, drain on their own. But just in case, a protected one. Just a little bit safer in this, since these have no low voltage protection. The switch, it's probably the best switch out of all the flashlights I have. It's got a beautiful switch. The anodizing on these are beautiful. They're made in America-ish. I'm sure they get parts from other places, and that's okay. The emitter it's a cool white, but it's kind of, it reminds me of the SST40 cool white, where it's not too blue. It's not too blue, so I really like it. Sorry, it's hard to do this on camera. So this is the third one I make like this. I've given one to my dad with the adapter, and I gave one to my wife because she wanted a red Maglite. And I usually switch out that's got a little bolt or a nut. Usually a little bit too long, so usually I'll go to Home Depot and get a smaller brass, and it's less tension on that spring, so they're easier to put on. So I gotta do that to this adapter, just get a shorter brass screw. Anyways, so let's go to the modes. It's super simple. One click on, one click off. This is the ML50, so it's got different modes. So when you're gonna turn on, you do 2. You go to medium, one click off. If you do 3, you go to the lowest. I love this switch. It's just super responsive. Perfect amount of height, for you to press. It has different modes. So the way you would do it is you unscrew this, break contact. So then I'm gonna press and hold it. Then I'm gonna turn the cap. That's mode 1. Where we were at, we're at mode 2 now. So we were in mode 1. So now mode 2 has, high, medium, and strobe. And it has 4 different mode groups, and that's how you do it. You unscrew this, press and hold, screw it back in, and then and then you let it cycle to tell you which mode it's at, and that's when you let go, and that's how you choose it. So it's not as bright. I think I've seen Matt Smith from Adventure Sport test the 2 C-cell. I think it's rated like at 450. I forget the specs. It's like 450, but actual out the front, I think he measured like 380-ish. So it's not high powered, but Maglite's been doing flashlights for such a long time. They got the reflector down, and they always have a pretty high candela. Again, it's not a high powered flashlight, but whatever some of these other ones will touch, so will this. The light, you know, it throws it pretty well. These are perfect for, again, I gave one to my dad. I've given one to my wife, so she carries it around her car. That flashlight is banged up. They're relatively simple. On, off, on, off. I don't think they even know how to go to the lower settings, and that's okay. Again, these are a perfect gift. I think they're built really well. They look really nice. With a couple little mods, I think you'll see that they perform fairly well. The glass lens was like $8. 18650s. I have a bunch of mine around, so all I have to do is get the adapter. Again, like another $8. Yeah, I think this is still pretty good, especially this one. If you could see, it's not that much bigger than like the C8s. It's longer. It's longer because it's supposed to be, you know, running 2 cells. But if it didn't have that extra cell, I know like people like to chop them, and it's not that big. If you could carry one of these, you could carry something like this. It's just a little bit more handle. Yeah, I hope you guys like the night shots. If you guys have any questions on it, let me know, and I'll try to get back to you in a timely manner. I think you'll find there's still use for this type of flashlights. Anyways, have a good one. here at the big park. I would usually stand over there, but the grass is wet and I'm tired of getting my sneakers wet, so I'll be here in the concrete. It still reaches the that wall. There's a street there that the March C8 hits, and that's a much more powerful thrower. So the light will reach out there. Sorry. There's a car. No, it's at a good distance, and it's hitting it okay. At that distance is where you could like the March C8 and the C8F. You could see that they were doing a lot better at that distance. There's a house there. The grass right there kind of dips, so it looks like a little soccer field in there. That's why it looks dark, because it's sunk in. But the light does hit, just not as bright. It's brighter to me, I don't think the camera really picks up.